First at 6, breaking news in the Brown University campus tragedy. The Target 12 investigators have confirmed authorities have identified a person of interest that they're looking for.
We want to bring in Target 12 investigator Tim White, who's been on top of the story since Saturday night with some new developments. One of the things we've learned, Tim, in the last half hour, an abandoned car in New Hampshire.
Yeah, Mike and Shannon, waiting to go on the air tonight. One thought that crossed my mind was it really feels like when we were here Saturday night for 7 hours on the air, because a lot of information and fast and furious. And a key piece of information, Mike, as you just pointed out tonight, that a car found believed to be used by the person of interest was found abandoned. I want to stress that, in New Hampshire. The suspect, from what we're being told, was not with that vehicle up there, but investigators obviously are combing through that car. The car is believed to be tied to the homicide in Brookline, Massachusetts of an MIT professor, and we have reported investigators are looking into ties between that killing and the shooting at Brown University. I do know that police learned late yesterday a vehicle connected to the Brown shooting and the shooting in Brookline. They learned what kind of vehicle that was. We are told that it was a rental vehicle, and so they were then able to try and track that car, and a vehicle has been found abandoned in New Hampshire.
And that car, any of that information, was that tied to some of the information they got? Because they did find the person they were looking to speak to yesterday, who was the one we showed you a picture of, who was in proximity of the person of interest.
Yeah, it's a really good question. As people at home will recall, they were looking to talk to somebody who was not the person of interest, not believed to be connected to the shooting, but who had come into close proximity of the person of interest. We have reported earlier today that they did track that person down. That person is cooperating with law enforcement, and that person told investigators that he had confronted the person of interest outside Barris and Hawley on the Brown University campus, Barris and Hawley building, where the shooting took place. And then right after that, that person of interest ran away. And that's the video that you're looking at now. This was a piece of video that drew a lot of questions, Mike and Shannon, because again, I want to stress, this is before the shooting. So this is not the person of interest running away from the shooting. This is a couple of hours prior to that, and a lot of people were wondering why was he running in that moment. And so this is part, Shannon, to answer your question, of what may have led authorities to figure out what car this person of interest was using in that moment.
You've been talking to law enforcement. They've been flooded with hundreds, if not thousands, of tips to go through. Yeah,
I mean, the mountain of video that has come into the third floor Providence Police Department is overwhelming, to say the least, and they have been going through all that, organizing it with the help of the FBI. I do know Providence Police Department has reassigned officers to handle the tips that are flooding in at this moment. And so obviously some of that information led to some breaks in the case. Again, want to stress, as of this point, our knowledge is they do not have anyone in custody, but it does sound like they're making headway. And we do know, as you said at the top of the newscast, they know who they're looking for. They have a name of a person of interest, and we are waiting eagerly to see if they're going to release that name at a news conference, which we're expecting at some point tonight, but they haven't said the time.
Now, they've been kind of piecing together a profile of this person as we've gone on. Of course, we're on day 6 at this point.
Yeah, that's right.
Since the shooting. Do they believe that this is someone who is really good at keeping their identity hidden? They're sophisticated?
That is the exact word that law enforcement officials and sources that I'm talking to have used. He is sophisticated. This car in New Hampshire that was abandoned, we are told, has been there for some time. I don't know if that means a day or days, plural, but it has been there for a while, which suggests that that person moved on to another mode of transportation, and they're having trouble tracking that person using cell phone technology. Well, I'm sure find out why in the days to come, but sophisticated is the word that they're using.
And they said earlier, a few days ago, that the classroom was targeted, that building was targeted.
Yeah, that's right. And as far as I know, at this hour, that classroom is still a crime scene, but they have gathered evidence from that classroom that potentially will be helpful as they move forward, including evidence that has DNA on it that is being tested as we speak.
It's got to be frustrating to hear that the car was found there abandoned, and we're yet again trying to chase and find this person? Because as much as we all want to see the person brought to justice, I'm sure police do, and all of the viewers out there too.
I think last night, in our newscast last night, I said that the sense I was getting from law enforcement at that time was frustration and fatigue. There's a different sense right now. I don't want to call it optimism, but there's definitely an energy among people who have been investigating this for 6 days. Today is the most significant day in their investigation thus far. And again, we hopefully will learn a lot more whenever that press conference happens.
On Saturday night, you brought up the Fusion Center and how sharing information, and now we're talking about 2 states that are working together.
Great question. And why that is significant is that because it is now a multi-state investigation or search or manhunt, we should say, if they find this individual, and it is looking more and more likely that they will not find this individual in Rhode Island, then this will almost certainly turn into a federal case at that point, because the person has crossed state lines. And so they would have to work with federal authorities. The Attorney General's office in Rhode Island has been working with federal authorities since day one, but that is going to become more important if they find this person in another state.
And as Tim mentioned, we are awaiting a press conference at Providence Public Safety Headquarters. And